Did you know that kidney disease silently affects over 10% of the world's population? That's over 850 million people who are at risk, many of whom don't realize the extent of the problem until it's too late. For me, it was a routine checkup that turned my world upside down. I was like most people. I felt healthy and didn't expect that kidney disease could be lurking undetected. But in that doctor's office, hearing those words changed everything. Living with kidney disease is a constant challenge. Suddenly, the smallest choices, what you eat, drink, or even how much you move, become crucial decisions. Many people find themselves stuck in a cycle of endless medications, rigid diets, and daily health worries. On top of that, traditional treatments like dialysis or medications may help manage symptoms, but they often fall short of addressing the underlying issues. It's a feeling of being on a treadmill, trying to keep up, but never getting any closer to a cure. For so many of us, this routine can feel exhausting, even hopeless. But what if I told you there's another option? One that doesn't involve additional medications or invasive procedures. Believe it or not, a simple change to your morning routine can have a powerful impact on your kidney health. I know that sounds almost too easy, but sometimes the simplest changes can lead to the biggest results. Today, I'll walk you through a morning habit that led to a 77.3% improvement in my kidney function. Yes, 77.3%. This isn't a quick fix or a miracle cure, but a sustainable approach that changed my life. So stick around. I'll share everything you need to know about this method and how it could make a real difference in your health too. The diagnosis. The shock. When I first heard the words, "You have kidney disease," I felt the ground shift beneath me. This wasn't just some mild health setback. It was a life-changing diagnosis that would impact every part of my life. Up until that point, I'd always considered myself a relatively healthy person. I exercised, tried to maintain a balanced diet, and didn't have any major health complaints. I had been told in routine checkups that everything was within the normal range, and I had no reason to suspect that anything was wrong. In fact, that's why I went in for this particular checkup. It was just supposed to be routine. But now suddenly, I was being told that my kidneys, the vital organs responsible for filtering toxins and maintaining fluid balance in my body, were in trouble. The idea of kidney disease was foreign to me. How could I, someone who thought they were doing everything right, be facing a diagnosis like this? This news wasn't just shocking, it was surreal. I kept replaying the doctor's words in my head, hoping maybe I'd misunderstood, that maybe there was some kind of mistake. I had so many questions racing through my mind. How did this happen? Was there something I'd done wrong? And what was next? The uncertainty was overwhelming, and for the first time, I felt my health slip out of my control. It's one thing to feel temporarily unwell, but to face a chronic disease that would potentially follow me for the rest of my life, that was something else entirely. I'd always thought of illness as something that happened to other people, something that you read about or hear stories of, not something that would happen to me. The fear. As I started researching more about kidney disease, the weight of the diagnosis began to sink in. I found out that kidneys don't usually show symptoms until they're significantly damaged, which means that by the time you're diagnosed, there's often already a lot of damage done. The idea of this silent, creeping illness that slowly wears down your body was terrifying. I read story after story of people who'd been blindsided by the diagnosis, just like me, and were now facing the consequences of this condition in ways that impacted their daily lives. One of the scariest parts about kidney disease is that if it isn't managed carefully, it progresses. That means that the initial diagnosis is just the beginning of a long journey where the condition can get worse over time. I read about patients who'd ended up needing dialysis, a grueling treatment where machines do the work your kidneys can no longer manage. Some people were tethered to these machines for hours multiple times a week, limiting their freedom and independence. Then there was the possibility of a kidney transplant, which is a complex, invasive procedure that involves waiting for a donor match, and a lifetime of medications to prevent organ rejection. Neither option seemed like a path I wanted to take. The more I learned, the more I realized how fragile our health really is. I'd always assumed my body would just keep going as long as I took care of it. But now, I was faced with the reality that without proper care, kidney disease could alter every part of my life. It was terrifying to think of a future where I'd be constantly managing this disease, worrying about what I could and couldn't eat, tracking my blood pressure and fluid intake, and dealing with the potential side effects of medication. I didn't want that future, but I also felt powerless to stop it. I couldn't shake the feeling that my life had fundamentally changed, and there was no going back. This was now my reality, and I didn't know if there was a way out. Just when I thought there was no hope, I stumbled across a website called NutriSite. I remember it vividly. I was sitting up late one night, scrolling through page after page, looking for any information that might help me manage this disease. I was tired, overwhelmed, and honestly, pretty defeated. I wasn't expecting to find a miracle cure or anything, just some solid advice, maybe a few tips on diet or lifestyle changes that might make a difference. But NutriSite caught my attention because they didn't just offer general health advice. They specifically addressed kidney health in a practical, approachable way. NutriSite's content was different from anything else I'd seen. Instead of pushing supplements or giving generic advice, they focused on practical, research-backed strategies for managing kidney health. They had articles and resources that explained kidney disease in ways that made sense, without the confusing medical jargon. They shared diet tips, lifestyle changes, and small daily habits that had been shown to support kidney health. It wasn't about some miracle cure or drastic diet overhaul. Instead, NutriSite's approach was all about making small, manageable adjustments that could be sustained over time. They talked about the power of food, hydration, and routine in supporting kidney function, and it felt refreshing and doable. For the first time since my diagnosis, I felt like I had a plan. NutriSite gave me hope, a roadmap of sorts. I thought, if making these changes could even slightly improve my condition, it would be worth it. They provided a practical blueprint for managing kidney health that felt empowering. It wasn't just about survival or damage control. It was about actively doing things that could support my body. NutriSite showed me that with the right knowledge and the right approach, I didn't have to let kidney disease define me. I could take control of my health and potentially slow, or even improve, my kidney function. This newfound hope was the turning point. I wasn't out of the woods, but I no longer felt completely lost. I was starting to believe that maybe, just maybe, I could regain control of my health and my life. The diet revolution. The fruit myth. One of the biggest myths circulating in the world of kidney disease is that all fruits are harmful. When I first received my diagnosis, I thought I had to completely eliminate fruit from my diet. I mean, how often do you hear that sugar is sugar, and that it can spike blood sugar levels, which could be detrimental to kidney health? However, it turns out that the conversation around fruit is far more nuanced than that. The key lies in choosing the right fruits and understanding their benefits. For individuals with kidney disease, the right fruits can provide essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants without overwhelming the body with excessive sugar or potassium. For example, apples are a fantastic choice. They are low in potassium and high in fiber, making them a heart-healthy option that can also help regulate blood sugar. Berries, like blueberries and strawberries, are rich in antioxidants and have been shown to reduce inflammation, which is crucial for kidney health. Grapes are another great option. They are hydrating and low in potassium, providing a natural source of hydration while offering beneficial flavonoids that may protect against oxidative stress. I learned that it wasn't about avoiding fruit altogether, but rather incorporating the right varieties into my diet. Knowledge is power, and as I educated myself on which fruits were safe and beneficial, I felt empowered to include them in my meals. This shift in mindset helped me move away from fear-based eating to a more balanced and informed approach, allowing me to enjoy a wider range of flavors and nutrients. The power of fruit. Fruits like apples, berries, and grapes are more than just delicious. They come packed with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties that play a vital role in supporting kidney health. Oxidative stress is a significant concern for those with kidney disease, as it can lead to further damage and complications. By including specific fruits in my diet, I could combat this oxidative stress and reduce inflammation within my body. For instance, I learned that blueberries are particularly powerful. They contain anthocyanins, which not only give them their vibrant color, but also provide strong antioxidant effects. Studies have suggested that regular consumption of blueberries may reduce the risk of chronic diseases and support kidney function. Strawberries, rich in vitamin C and fiber, are also fantastic for their potential to reduce the risk of heart disease, which is especially important since individuals with kidney disease often face increased cardiovascular risks. I started making smoothies packed with these fruits, blending them with some spinach and unsweetened almond milk for a nutrient-rich breakfast. Not only did these smoothies taste great, but they also made me feel invigorated. Incorporating these kidney-friendly fruits into my diet helped me realize that eating healthily doesn't have to be bland or boring. Instead, it can be an exciting exploration of flavors and textures that benefits my body. The sodium trap. Another hidden danger lurking in many foods is sodium. It's everywhere, especially in processed and packaged items. I had no idea how much sodium was in my favorite snacks and pre-packaged meals until I started checking labels. Sodium is particularly harmful for those with kidney disease because it can lead to high blood pressure and cause the kidneys to work harder. Over time, excessive sodium intake can lead to further damage and complications. What shocked me the most was realizing that even so-called healthy foods could contain loads of hidden sodium. For example, some vegetable broths, salad dressings, and even whole grain breads can be loaded with salt. This made me very conscious of my food choices and propelled me to prioritize fresh, whole foods instead. I began preparing more meals from scratch, using fresh herbs and spices to flavor my dishes instead of relying on salt. Not only was this beneficial for my kidneys, but it also transformed my cooking and eating experience. I learned how to create vibrant, flavorful meals that didn't rely on sodium for taste. By making this shift, I could better control my sodium intake and protect my kidneys. I found that I could still enjoy my favorite flavors without the guilt or the health risks associated with excess sodium. This newfound awareness inspired me to experiment with different herbs and spices, further enhancing my culinary skills while supporting my health. The lifestyle shift. With a diet rich in fiber, low in added salt, and focused on natural, kidney-friendly fruits and vegetables, I felt a noticeable shift in my overall well-being. It wasn't just about managing my kidney health. It was about embracing a lifestyle that aligned with my values and my health goals. As I began to prioritize whole foods, I noticed my energy levels soar. No longer did I experience the post-meal sluggishness that often accompanied my previous eating habits. Instead, I felt more alert and engaged in my daily activities. My digestion improved, and I found myself feeling lighter and more vibrant. This was a huge motivator for me to keep going and to continue making healthier choices. Additionally, I started incorporating more physical activity into my routine. I found that exercise, combined with my dietary changes, created a positive feedback loop. I felt more energetic, which made me want to move more, and as I moved more, I found it easier to maintain my healthy eating habits. It was an empowering experience to witness how interconnected these aspects of health truly are. This lifestyle shift was not just about the food I ate. It was about fostering a mindset of health and well-being. I became more mindful of my choices and the impact they had on my body. I also realized the importance of community support and began connecting with others who were on similar journeys. Sharing tips, recipes, and encouragement became a vital part of my transformation. Ultimately, this journey led me to a place where I could not only manage my kidney disease, but thrive despite it. I found joy in cooking, a newfound appreciation for the foods that supported my health, and a sense of empowerment that came from taking control of my health. I learned that small, consistent changes could lead to significant improvements, not only in kidney function, but in my overall quality of life. The results started coming in after just a few months of implementing these lifestyle changes. My kidney function, measured by glomerular filtration rate, GFR, showed a staggering 77.3% improvement. This wasn't just a small bump. It felt like a complete turnaround. To put it into perspective, a GFR increase like this can significantly alter a patient's prognosis. When you're dealing with kidney disease, every percentage point matters, and seeing such a dramatic increase was not only unexpected, but also incredibly motivating. My blood pressure, which had been a constant concern, stabilized within a healthy range. For anyone living with kidney disease, high blood pressure can be a dangerous cycle. It can lead to further kidney damage and complications. However, by prioritizing a diet low in sodium and rich in kidney-friendly foods, I witnessed a remarkable change. Even my doctor was impressed during my follow-up visits, often remarking on how much my health had improved. He encouraged me to keep up with the changes, emphasizing how lifestyle adjustments could complement medical treatment and support kidney function. These numbers weren't just statistics on a page. They were a reflection of my hard work, determination, and commitment to my health. Knowing that I was positively impacting my body gave me hope and reinvigorated my approach to wellness. I began to realize that managing kidney disease wasn't solely about enduring treatments or medications, but about actively engaging in my health journey. The transformation. Alongside the impressive numbers, the qualitative changes in how I felt were nothing short of incredible. After months of feeling fatigued and sluggish, I finally felt my energy return. It was as if a fog had lifted. I could engage in activities I loved, like hiking and biking, that I thought I might never enjoy again. I started looking forward to my daily walks, relishing the fresh air and the opportunity to explore my surroundings. The emotional transformation was equally significant. I went from feeling out of control, living in fear of my diagnosis, to feeling empowered and proactive. I had moved from being a passive participant in my health to taking charge of my well-being. I was no longer just managing symptoms. I was actively working to reverse the damage and improve my quality of life. This shift in mindset opened new doors for me. I began to embrace a holistic approach to health, incorporating practices like mindfulness and meditation, which further contributed to my emotional and physical well-being. The experience also encouraged me to share my journey with others. I began volunteering at local health fairs and support groups, offering guidance and encouragement to those facing similar struggles. This connection with others on the same path reinforced my own journey, reminding me of the importance of community and support in health transformations. The empowerment. There's no greater feeling than knowing you're taking charge of your own well-being. The empowerment I felt was transformative. I had proven to myself that it is indeed possible to manage kidney disease with natural and sustainable lifestyle shifts. Each positive change in my health validated the effort I put into my new routine. I learned that empowerment comes not just from the results, but also from the knowledge and skills I acquired along the way. Understanding how to read nutrition labels, plan balanced meals, and recognize kidney-friendly foods became second nature. This newfound expertise allowed me to make informed decisions at grocery stores and restaurants, ensuring that I was continuously supporting my health. Moreover, I began to embrace the idea that health is not a destination but a journey. I realized that even on days when I might slip up or feel less motivated, I had the tools to get back on track. It became about progress, not perfection. I started to celebrate small victories, whether it was trying a new kidney-friendly recipe or successfully reducing my sodium intake for the week. Through this journey, I found a deep sense of purpose in advocating for kidney health awareness. I began educating others about the importance of diet and lifestyle in managing chronic illnesses, emphasizing that everyone deserves the chance to take control of their health. This desire to spread awareness fueled my passion and provided me with a platform to inspire others facing similar challenges. In the end, the results weren't just about the numbers. They represented a complete transformation, physically, emotionally, and mentally. My journey taught me that no matter how dire a situation may seem, there is always hope, and taking proactive steps can lead to remarkable changes. My story is just one example, but I believe it underscores the incredible power each of us has to take charge of our health and create a better future for ourselves. The message of hope. If you or someone you know is struggling with kidney disease, please remember that hope is real and change is possible. Kidney disease can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't define you or limit your potential for a healthier future. Each small, consistent change has the power to transform your life. It may feel like a long journey, but every mindful step you take brings you closer to improved health. Don't underestimate the impact of these daily adjustments. I was once where you are, feeling weighed down by a diagnosis, but today, I'm living proof that we can make meaningful progress. Remember, you're not alone in this. The recommendation. I can't recommend NutriSight enough. Their guidance and resources have been life-changing, providing me with the practical steps and knowledge that I needed to take control of my health. They offered a fresh, science-backed approach, grounded in natural and sustainable practices. NutriSight's tailored information on nutrition, lifestyle changes, and kidney support helped me see past the limitations of traditional treatment and embrace a more proactive role in my journey. I'm grateful for the sense of hope and empowerment they provided me, and I'm certain it can make a difference for you too. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps support the channel and spreads this message to more people who may need it. And don't forget to subscribe for more health tips and guidance, especially if you're looking for ways to take control of your health naturally and effectively. If you know someone who might benefit from this information, please share it with them. Let's keep this community growing and moving toward better health, one step at a time. Thank you for watching, and remember, every small change you make brings you closer to a healthier, more empowered life. Together, we can redefine what's possible in managing kidney health.